After the explosive success of Season 1 of Dandadan, I fell in love with the show, and with Season 2 releasing, it made me wonder, how strong are the Dum-Da-Dums? Well, I decided to put them against Kid Goku, a character I love the power scale since he has the most diverse scaling in Dragon Ball. So now, let's see who wins between the Dum-Da-Dums and Kid Goku. Firstly, we'll cover the challengers, the Dum-Da-Dums. Of course, they have pretty interesting scaling, though I'm gonna have to cover the manga events, at least some of the villains, though I'm not gonna actually show them or even say their names. I will have to cover their strength, so if you care about their strength and don't want to know that, then skip to the Kid Goku section. Basically, a villain appears later in the manga who has the ability to possess people, and, well, he actually has enough power that he states that he could destroy the world. Now, this could mean many things, though we'll give it the charitable interpretation that this guy can actually destroy the world literally, meaning he could actually just blow up the planet or at least destroy all of society in the world to change the world. Which would mean that if anyone else scales to it, it would make them planet level or at least multi-continental. Of course, Okarun actually does scale to this, fighting the villain who possesses somebody who actually had enough power to destroy the world. Meaning, Okarun would scale to this, and since the other Dum-Da-Dums can fight with Okarun and react and keep up with him, somewhat at least, and should be a decent percentage even if Okarun is the strongest of the Dum-Da-Dums, it still means that they would probably scale to a pretty good fraction, making them either moon level or small planet level, or at least continental, which is pretty impressive. Next, we have to cover their speed. Their speed is very downplayed because of Turbo Grunny's subsonic running speed of 100 miles per hour. However, you can just say that's just travel speed, and the highest end speed I've seen for Dandadan is the Okarun traveling magnetic lights, which would make him light speed, and he's able to react at these speeds and catch up to a villain, meaning that he has light speed combat speed, and he gets even stronger from this point, meaning Okarun should be light speed, or at least very close to it, and the other Dum-Da-Dums can somewhat keep up with him, meaning they should also partially scale to this, making them sub-relativistic to sub-relativistic plus. Now let's cover Kid Goku next. Goku's scaling is incredibly impressive. For this video, we will be using the 20-second Budokai version of Goku to fight the Dum-Da-Dums. 20-second Budokai Goku is incredibly impressive, being able to rival if not surpass Tien in strength. Could make an attack even more powerful than the Kamehameha, which would include max power Roshi's Kamehameha from the 21st Budokai that destroys the moon at small to large planet levels of energy depending on how you calc the feat. This is incredibly impressive, and is kind of the cap for their power, at least for this point for Goku. The speed is also incredibly impressive as Goku can dodge the solar flare, an attack that moves at the speed of light as it's literally just a blinding wave of light that tries to blind the opponent. He was able to get glasses from Roshi to block the light from his eyes, meaning Goku was actually faster than light as it was calced to 1.6 times the speed of light. Goku is also incredibly skilled, having enough skill to fight the best fighters in the world in a world tournament. And even before his training with Roshi as well, Roshi states that he didn't even need skill training and only strength training for the tournament. I mean, even back then he was that skilled, and he just got better and better with his skill, showing that Goku is just a demon in combat. Of course, Goku can also take a ton of damage, and he's just incredibly aggressive. So yeah, let's just get into the battle, as it's one of the closest fights I've ever done on my channel. This fight is actually really close if you give both the charitable scaling, as Kid Goku, while he is slightly faster, would only be a little bit stronger than them, as he needs his full power Kamehameha to really match the power of his power Roshi, meaning he would be around planet level to large planet level without being at least close to that, or in the lower end of large planet level. Just compared to the Dum-Da-Dums, who should be planet level or small planet level, I mean, they can definitely land damage or at least give him some injuries, at least if they catch him off guard or have decent strategies, especially Okarun, who could definitely land some good hits on Goku. Meaning this fight is actually back and forth. The speed gap isn't even that bad either, as Goku's only a bit faster than the speed of light, while Okarun and the others are only a little bit slower than the speed of light or around the speed of light in combat speed, meaning they can definitely land hits on Goku as the gap isn't too large in speed that Goku can't really speed blitz them or anything, meaning it is actually a pretty good fight. I think we can get into the skill aspect, as Goku is far more skilled, as Momo is the most skilled of the Dum-Dums and can just do a roundhouse kick, and it really isn't too skilled. I mean, I guess she beats Turbo Granny, who is like an 100-year-old grandma, but she isn't even using that 100 years for skill training or anything, compared to the Budokai, who are just incredibly skilled and literally spend their entire lives training, meaning they're just far more impressive opponents to be able to beat with skill. Of course, I don't think they would get absolutely dominated in skill, as there's other hacks abilities that close the gap between Goku and the Dum skill, which would allow them to catch Goku off guard, like Silky's hair from Aira, as well as Momo's energy, barriers, and creations, which could actually do a decent bit of damage, or at least hold him in place for Okarun and Jiji to land hits. Of course, she can also use the Tri-Beam, which is pretty funny, and might actually do some damage to Goku. It's just pretty cool that the author was inspired by Dragon Ball. It's just incredible. Of course, I think overall, it's an extremely close fight that can go either way. Even stamina-wise, I think Goku does have the edge, as he's shown better stamina feats, being able to fight for hours. Like the Dum-Dums don't really have any feats in that area. I mean, Goku could outlast them. However, they could actually have enough strategies which could wear down Goku to defeat him. This fight can go really either way, and I would give it a 5 out of 10 both ways. But if I had to choose, I'd probably pick the Dum-Dums, as I think they could think of enough strategies and land enough hits to defeat Goku eventually, by outlasting him or just using powerful hits. Keep in mind, I'm also giving the Dum-Dums the best scaling possible, and if I use the multi-continental or even lower metas for them, which are probably more consistent, they would get absolutely demolished. Overall, I just think that while Goku does have a better scaling, if you give Dum-Dums their best scaling, they can actually win the fight with their abilities and skills. So thank you for watching, and here's another video I think you would enjoy.